So let's go ahead and kick off this review with the design and build of the Samsung Galaxy Sky. On the right hand side you have your power button, and on the bottom you have your charging port and your mic. Moving to the left hand side is your volume rockers, and to the top of the Samsung Galaxy Sky is a noise cancellation mic and your headphone jack as well. Now taking a look at the back of the device, you're getting a 5 megapixel rear facing camera. You get your flash, your speaker, Samsung branding right below the camera there, and this device does feel really compact. It feels very lightweight in the hand. You got this nice back cover here, this black matte finish, and it looks really nice. Even though this is all plastic, it does look and feel very nice in the hand. Now, a good thing with this device, you do get a removable back. So like I mentioned, this back is plastic. It is removable, which is going to give you access to your 2600 milliamp battery, which is removable as well, and access to your SIM card and your micro SD card for expandable storage. So this device does have 16 gigabytes of onboard storage. Now in the front, you're getting a 2 megapixel front facing camera. You're going to get a 5-inch HD Super AMOLED display. Looks very nice. Now on the bottom there, you got your home button in the middle, and then you got a recent apps and a back button. Now those do not light up whatsoever, and there is no notification light on this device, so just keep that in mind. From the lock screen there, you get quick access to your dialer and as well to your camera. Go ahead and swipe out from the lock screen, and then here is your home screen. And this display, even though this is 720p, it is a Super AMOLED display, so this display looks amazing. I mean, this might be one of the best 720p displays I've seen. Now holding down on the home screen there, you get access to your wallpapers, and I'll show you just a couple of these wallpapers that are pre-installed on the Samsung Galaxy Sky, but you can just see just how vibrant these wallpapers look on this device. Again, I mean, it's 720p, but if you compare this with other 1080p's that aren't Super AMOLED displays out there, it will almost look even better than some 1080p displays. Now you also have access here to change the grid size 4x4, 5x5, or 4x5, so you got access to that as well. And then your widgets. You do have some pre-installed applications here, so some productivity folder there, and then you have a tools folder as well. So those are kind of, you know, standard apps that come with the Samsung Sky, and you can edit these. You can change the color of the folder, you can change the name of the folder, so that's pretty nice there. Let's go ahead and move on to the app drawer here. So there is basically no bloatware on this device. I mean, there is just very little. You can hit the edit button there, and then you can uninstall certain applications that are already pre-installed on the device there. And you can either have this in alphabetical order, and then you also have a way to search for apps as well in the app drawer there, but hardly any bloatware whatsoever. Now you do have your Samsung folder there for your Galaxy apps, which this is pretty neat. This is like the Play Store for Samsung. So this is the Samsung Galaxy, you know, applications that you can download to your Samsung Galaxy Sky. So that's really neat. If you have wearables, Samsung watches, you can customize the faces as well. So I just wanted to show you that, and then let's go ahead and move on. You have your Google folder there, so Chrome, Gmail, YouTube, those are all on the Samsung Galaxy Sky. So let's go ahead and go into messaging here. And of course, you guys already know, I am going to go ahead and show you how the keyboard looks, and I am going to show you how the emojis look on the Samsung Galaxy Sky. Just kind of scroll through a couple here so you can kind of get an idea, you know. And also, if you're interested in Gboard, which is basically the updated Google keyboard, I did make a video on that, so I'll drop that in the description below as well. So let's go ahead and move on to the settings of the keyboard here, and you got a variety of options here for settings there, for sound, character preview, keyboard height, so you can adjust the height of the keyboard, make it larger, make it smaller, just whatever makes it easier for you to type. All right, so pulling down the status bar there, let me go ahead and just show you. You got quick access to these toggles there: Wi-Fi rotation, power saving mode, flashlight, and your brightness as well. So pulling it all the way down will give you access to all the toggles there in the status bar. So you got quite a few: power saving mode, and you can edit these also. So as you can see there, you can just drag and then move them up to the top, and then the one from the top will go to the bottom. You can just arrange them to whichever way you prefer there. Let's go ahead and just check out that flashlight. Let me just show you how that flash looks. So pretty bright. So the flash does look good, so it's going to provide us a good, flashlight if you do need it in a dark area. So it's good. It does have a nice bright flash to it. Now take a look at this display. You have outdoor mode, which is going to give you full visibility outdoors. I mean, this screen gets bright. So if you're wanting a device which you're going to have no problems viewing outdoors in direct sunlight, this is a great device because it has that outdoor mode. All right, so moving on to settings here, you have more options here that you can actually change the screen mode. So you can have adaptive display, AMOLED cinema, AMOLED photo, or you can choose basic. So that's excellent. I love that it has this. So just like the S5, the S4, it has that as well. Now you can also change these icons a little, icons with backgrounds or just the icons only. So pretty neat ways of customizing this. You also have Smart Manager on this. So this is going to help optimize your system. It's going to keep it flowing pretty good. So Smart Manager is a nice feature that you have on the Samsung Galaxy Sky there. So that's excellent. Moving on from there, now I did notice that I didn't see any NFC on this device, so just keep that in mind. I didn't see any NFC. Now you do get a one-handed operation here, so as you can see there, you can reduce the screen size, and you're going to be able to use this one-handed operation just by clicking on the home button there. So another great feature with the Samsung Galaxy Sky. So if you have small hands, this feature will work very well for you. Again, this is not a large device either. This is a very compact 5-inch display device, but I like how you do have that option there. So let's go ahead and exit out from that. And you also get one-handed input. And let's go ahead and kind of see what else you get. You get Smart Alert, so that's another great feature on the Samsung Galaxy Sky. I always have that enabled on my devices, my Samsung devices. And let's go ahead and move on to lock screen and security. So of course this doesn't have a fingerprint scanner, but you do get a swipe option, pattern, pin, or password as security features for your Samsung Galaxy Sky. Trying to show you everything in this review as I possibly can. Now battery, let's talk about battery. You get an ultra power saving mode, and this battery life is good on this device. 2,600 milliamps is excellent. Storage on this device, you get 16 gigabytes of onboard memory, so that's excellent as well. And I'm averaging around 4.5 hours of screen on time with this 2600 milliamp battery there. So this is also running Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow. So you're getting so much with this device right here, Samsung Galaxy Sky. Let's move on to camera now. So again, the rear facing camera is a 5 megapixel rear facing camera, and I gotta say it has some good features in it. It does. As you can see here, you got these different effects to choose from: negative mode, grayscale, and I honestly enjoyed using this camera. I mean, I've used a lot of 5 megapixel cameras in the past, but this is up there with the best 5 megapixel cameras. Now you also got timer option there. And then moving on from that, you got access right there to your flash, so you can kind of adjust that. Picture size, you can adjust the picture size. As you can see there, 5 megapixel. Or you can bring it all the way down to 2.4 megapixels if you like. Going into camera settings here, you are able to record in HD, so 720p is what you're going to be able to record in, and you got quick launch of the camera there as well, so just by pressing the home key twice. So for this being a 5 megapixel camera, it produces some nice images. Like I said, it has very nice video as well. So when you shoot video, it looks excellent. So here's some sample photos that I did take using the Samsung Galaxy Sky.
Thank you.
So let's move on to watching YouTube videos or movies on the Samsung Galaxy Sky. So, my experience was great. I like the size of this display, 5-inch, the fact that it's Super AMOLED, and you can watch YouTube videos at 720p at 60 frames per second. You just will be very pleased with how the display looks. The audio volume sounds good too. I would say it sounds above average for a backfiring speaker, so I had no issues with the audio. Everything sounded pretty crisp and clear. Now this is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 410 clocked at 1.19 gigahertz. So it has a 1.2 gigahertz quad-core processor. This also has the Adreno 306 and a pixel count of 300. Now Geekbench scores this 496 single-core score and 1,310 multi-core score. Now let's go ahead and move on to gameplay on this device. Now, this device can play a lot of the games on the Google Play Store, and it plays them pretty well. I did see a drop of frame here and there, but I see that with a lot of devices as well. But playing a game like this, for instance, there really is no drop in frame when the game is not so graphically intense. So this game was no issue whatsoever. Moving on to another game that I played. I really didn't see any problems playing these games. I did notice once I'm playing the more higher intense games, not saying that I can't run those games, but I did notice where I saw more of the drops of frames. But if you're into playing like Minecraft Story Mode, Angry Birds, games like these, then you're going to really have no issue playing them. It'll play perfectly fine. Moving on from gameplay, if you hold down on the home button there, you are going to get access to Google Now on tap. And then also, I noticed multitasking, jumping from one application to the other. It is pretty smooth for the most part, but once you start having 3, 4, 5 apps open in the background, you're going to start to see the sluggishness there. So just try to keep those background apps cleared out and keep them down to a minimum. Final thoughts on the Samsung Galaxy Sky. I think it's a great device. I think it's a good option if you're on Straight Talk. If you were lucky enough like me to pick this up on Black Friday for 50 bucks, I mean, pat yourself on the back because you got a heck of a deal. But I really have no complaints about this. If anything, I would have liked to see a notification light on this device. Other than that, I think it's a good solid device. Thanks for watching the full review of the Samsung Galaxy Sky, and please subscribe for more future videos. This is Paul Tech, and I'll talk to you on the next one.